Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited. Welcome to the Christmas collaboration for 2023. So excited to see everyone's creations. I run around 5 open invite collaborations a year, and the playlist for everyone joining in with the Christmas one is going to be down below. Also, if you're joining on Instagram, the hashtag is CCC Christmas Collab 2023. If you type that into Instagram, you will see everybody's creations in there. And guys, do you remember the silkscreen disaster on Jesmonite that I had around a week ago? Well, we have made an incredible breakthrough. We've made progress. I'm going to be trying the silkscreens again. Now, the silkscreens are from Amazon. I purchased them, and the mold is the large oval tray mold from Molds and Shapes. I'm going to be using a squeegee tool, some white acrylic paint, and for my Jesmonite, I'm going to be using the colours from Homeware Design Co. Okay, that was a lot. That was a lot, but we are going to get into it. Now, if you are new to Jesmonite, it is an eco resin, and I'm just placing my mold down on a piece of paper, giving me easy maneuverability when it comes to the shimmying and the shaking and the tapping and the bashing to get the air bubbles out. Now, I've mixed up some Jesmonite. Honestly, I didn't know how much this mold was going to take, so I just mixed up approximately 180 liquid, and then you multiply that by 2.5 to get your powder. Once I'd actually put the liquid in, I decided to add my colours into the liquid first, just to make sure it was equally dispersed throughout. Now, I did not make enough. I did have to mix up a tiny little more because I like my molds to be full to the brim. Here you see me pouring the Jesmonite from high up. Now, this was always something I've mentioned before in my videos. This was always something we were told not to do, but actually, honestly, if you're using one solid block colour like I am here, I genuinely recommend it. It gives the most beautiful finish. This is 30 minutes later, demold time, and look at those edges. Not a single air pocket. Of course, I did shimmy and shake the mold and tap it a lot. I'm just going to put it on my drying rack overnight to let it fully air out. You can see the sweat mark that it already left behind. This was literally seconds after demold. It's very wet at this point. So leave it for 24 hours, allow it to fully dry before you seal or add anything. Now, the breakthrough. I am using self-adhesive silk screens. Now, in my disastrous trial last week, they were not self-adhesive. They were for polymer clay, so they've got a natural cling to the clay. Of course, that did not work on Jesmonite. I took your suggestions. Some of you said try a sponge and try the acrylic pens. I had a little tester to the side. It did not work, guys. Because the silk screens were not adhered to the surface, everything was just leaking in and under that silk screen. So, I went onto Amazon, I searched self-adhesive silk screens. These are sticky. They are going to ensure that every millimeter of that silk screen is utterly, totally adhered to the surface of the Jesmonite. And I honestly, again, I didn't try it off screen on this one. I just decided to go for it, and if it doesn't work, we'll learn together. But this was giving me pure like Scandi, IKEA vibes, everything about this tray at this point. Now, you can cut these up individually. Trust me, there's thousands on Amazon. There are thousands of options on Amazon, but these trees were beautiful. You can cut them up individually. I decided to lay them down in a straight line, keep them all together, not cut them up. Now, here's the thing with this. I've got this squeegee tool, but because of this silk screen, it has individual lines down. Of course, I do not want any paint to get into those areas. So I had a couple of options. I could tape it all off, use masking tape, cover those lines up, cover all around the outside edge of the self-adhesive silk screen. But I decided instead, I would just use my white acrylic paint with a teeny tiny silicone tool. I was just going to take it slowly. I didn't want, I didn't want to go crazy. I was so nervous. Like, this is the most perfectly beautiful red Jesmonite tray. It has come out utterly perfect, not a single air bubble in sight. I felt like I was just about to ruin it again trying out silk screens. Now, honestly, I'm using white acrylic paint. This is the PBO range from Hobbycraft, a little goes a long way. And you saw I didn't put too much paint on there, but I ended up having to scrape as much of that paint off as I could and drag it over to the other tree silk screens. Now, the difference between these trees is it was a little bit tricky to get them central because they're all different heights. The stars were all different heights, and the one on the left doesn't even have a stem of the tree. There's no stem. So I really had to just go by eye and hope that I got it central to the tray. But here you see me just using my miniature little silicone tool to scrape excess paint off from tree number 1 and tree number 2 and put it onto tree number 3. I panicked there because I thought I'd touched the center line. Did not want this paint to touch the tray where I didn't want the paint to touch the tray, because trust me, this paint, once it's on, it's almost impossible to get off. You can use alcohol, but trust me, with Jesmonite, you just always seem to leave a mark. It's such a markable product at this point, especially with a top quality white acrylic paint. So anyway, back to the video. Again, no idea if this was going to work, but logically, my brain was telling me these are stuck. This silkscreen is totally stuck to the Jesmonite. So where the paint is not able to get through that silkscreen, technically speaking, it should not be able to get through the silkscreen because in between the patterns, it's fully adhered. And this was honestly the moment of truth. This was where I was just keeping all fingers crossed because I had no idea if this would work. I've zoomed you in for maximum effect and oh my gosh, guys, I fell immediately in love and my brain said, new obsession. New obsession. Imagine this on coasters. Imagine this on a large plant pot. Like, imagine this on everything. Like, the silk screen options out there, guys, are immense. This is just Christmas. This is just Christmas. There are thousands of silk screen options. The silk screen itself was incredible. I ran it straight under warm water with some washing up liquid and I soaked it and I rubbed all the paint off, cleaned it thoroughly, and it was still super sticky. So I couldn't believe that I'd put it through that much washing with my hands under the warm tap and soap, that it was still really, really tacky. So you know you're going to be able to use that over and over and over again. And there were so many in a pack. So yeah, I did get a little bit giddy. I got super excited. I did try to have a little bit of a scratch of that acrylic paint. Of course, Jesmonite is acrylic based, and you would naturally logically think that acrylic paint would stick to Jesmonite because it's acrylic, but the real test was sealing. Now, I'm going to be using the Homeware Design Co. Finishing Touch Wax. They are the same company that do all of the pigments for your ecos. And again, nervous because I wasn't sure, even though I scratched it with my nail, like, is it gonna rub off? This again was 24 hours later. I wanted to leave it thoroughly overnight to make sure that no matter what I did, process of elimination, I left it to dry for the maximum before sealing. And honestly, as soon as I put the wax on, and trust me, I am going in hard with this wax, like taking no prisoners. I was really, really scrubbing over the acrylic paint. And there was a bit of a weird whiteness anomaly to the second tree in. I don't know what that was, but that soon disappeared. I just went over it a few times with the wax. Yeah, unreal, guys. So exciting. And the reason I'm so giddy and I'm so excited is because of the possibilities. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that I'm the first person to ever try silk screens on Jesmonite. Guaranteed I'm not. There's probably thousands out there already. I didn't look. But oh my goodness, the possibilities, because I have honestly just placed a huge order on Amazon for all of the silk screens. We're talking animals, elephants, botanical, Christmas, autumn, Halloween, oceans. Guys, oh my god, stop, Claire, calm down. The possibilities for silk screen printing on Jesmonite, because these are self-adhesive, is endless. That excites me. That excites me. So a huge thank you and shout out to my patrons and my KOFI supporters for your support, because I have just purchased lots more silk screens because of you guys. You guys help me do that. So everything's going to be linked below. Again, I don't earn commission from Homeware Design Co. I don't earn commission from Molds and Shapes, but everything you need is going to be linked below, including in my Amazon storefront now. I have a whole section of silk screens, and all of the silk screens that you find in that Amazon storefront are going to be all of the silk screens that I've already ordered. Remember, for Jesmonite and Eco, I fully recommend the self-adhesive silk screens, because look at this. Just look at this result. It is IKEA. It is IKEA to the max. I absolutely love it. I hope you have too, and I hope you feel inspired in some way. Let me know if you guys have done this. I'm sure you already have. Hope you've enjoyed it, and do not forget to check out that playlist in the description box below. This is part of the Christmas collaboration 2023. I appreciate you all so much for being here. If you've been in the live chat with me, I appreciate you all as well. And I will see you all on Monday for the next live chat, but I also have an extra little video coming tomorrow on Sunday, and I feel like that's been one video every single day this week. I will see you then. Bye.